blessing that time and the effort I rest. The brothers giving the fear and the promise of death. The work of my life without fear.
I live
Master.
Clay Paris, who make on you, I can't ask you to be you. Say my journey, Tina get as a man, and he's no money, and more I you. And you love
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't forget it now. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa.
Indeed, we sincerely apologize, but we're back after that short break coming from our SKTV. Yes, indeed. So, folks, good evening. Good evening. What a way to say the pleasant good evening and welcome to the SKTV show this evening. Today is the 10th of February, the second month, and the year we made the same 2025. We want to say, yes, indeed, welcome to those of you who just joined us. Please, we want you to share the show this evening because we have so many things to talk about, so many things that we discuss on the show this evening. Let me see. Muna's already set. No need to waste Muna time. Muna, good evening and welcome. I don't know what happened to your light. Is there any problem with your lighting system?
Okay, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
Is it okay? All right. So Muna saying that you give a little break. So again, folks, indeed, welcome. This is the SKTV show, the Monday edition. For a matter of fact, we are here on Truth FM 96.1. They had in South Liberian broadcast. Because there are a lot of people also sharing our show. Sometimes people really the entire broadcast, especially in Sano County, Mississippi Street, where we have our own team. Yes. I've been telling the guy that come on, sometimes come on the show and be able to greet the people, talk to the people, at least so they can know that indeed you are also on this platform. But again, good evening, folks. Good evening. Please, let's share the show. Yeah, let's share the show. So many things happening, so many things to talk about. Indeed. So, welcome indeed. I don't know what Muna already said, but if Muna is set, we're going to bring Muna on live on this platform. But please share the show. Those of you who just joining us, share the show. Yes, today's Monday, but Mom will be joining us very, very soon. I don't know what Muna is saying. Muna, is everything okay with you? But
Yes,
it's
okay.
not looking dark, Muna. What happened? You have problem? No NEC or what? Because no. what we're going through here, and I expect you people from the southeast, especially from that end, to be going through some of these things. By the way, I'm seeing you now, you know, a little bit clear or something.
I see what
But
I've been right.
good evening, Muna, everything.
Ah, everything is cool. I said my dear
Mhm.
brother. Yeah.
Well, my dear, I'm doing great. Thank God for life and with all of the situation, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see life, you be thinking that only few group of people or few group of people that have their country, you know, or that own Liberia. And you see a lot just let me just be here until when the people go for when they tire, then we'll get something. But everything Muna house right through. How grand you there?
It's going on.
Muna, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm asking you, how's Roger City? How Ganjila County?
Treasure Grandchildren account is cool. Yeah. Everything going on smoothly. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so what are some of the political happening or social issues? Muna, give us
Oh,
some of the gist. Look, Muna, you give us some of the gist, man. You know, sometimes there are some political happening. Sometimes some of the things,
no, right now,
you know,
actually,
yeah.
right now, politics aside right now. Talk about
Okay.
politics and we discuss the politics. But today, it was a very wonderful day to be in Sweju. We're launching today for a law firm. Law firm, yeah, launching today. Went well. Uh, Consider Alfonso Zion. Did they launch the law firm? Yeah, the law firm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
On the
yeah,
launching this law film.
yeah. Today,
Okay,
well,
that's
very
great.
much wonderful. Well, everything was okay. Everyone was there present. The attendance were it was welcoming. Yeah, because everyone happy because they said yeah, the law firm coming in the county will help a lot. So citizens are so much happy for launching today of a law firm in Grand Nigeria County, Swedu City.
Wow, that's great. So
Yeah,
that means no need to waste your time to come to the capital, maybe to
yeah,
attend any.
no need for that. So
You
people
just
to
stay
go
now
to
is what you.
right
Wow,
there.
that's great.
Yes,
And you
they're very
practice
wonderful.
all of your thing you want to do, especially when it comes to
Everything.
law.
Yeah, so they are very wonderful. They're launching today.
Mm.
Yeah.
And give a little reactions. How are some of the citizens maybe reacting to the kind of
You
news?
know what? Since the day Mr. I'm talking about the law firm, the citizen they embrace it because he appear on the radio, the state podium on top of him and talk about it. The
Mhm.
citizen they are happy. They are happy so much because they think of how the law firm yeah that I did when something happened in the court and thing it will go on smoothly. The case will go through that case correctly. Judges and thing you not wrong. You be wrong, you are right, you be giving your right to you. So it's so
Justice
much
and so
happy, yeah.
forth.
So much happened for the law firm. So much happened to the launching today. Everyone was there present, local authorities, citizens. You have other judges there coming back by a year or so. Yeah.
Great.
The
Okay, so
yeah.
Muna, while we do the talking, we want to encourage our people to also share the show. Please,
Yeah,
those of you who are just joining us, this is the SKTV show. We encourage all of you to please, Muna, even yourself, share the show so that your followers, those people maybe that follow you also can also watch the show live because mind you, sometimes people will always be like, maybe I'm not getting any maybe link or maybe a light or something, nothing happening. Yeah, I'm not receiving any information about SKTV show. Is the show ongoing? So please let's share the show. Yeah, Muna. Also, as we do the talking, let's be sharing like I'm doing
sure.
right now. So yeah, so Muna, today is Monday. I guess there are so many things happening maybe that you also been following. But more will be joining us very soon. Must wear more or better still, but Cassidy
Just
will be
yeah.
joining us. Yes, indeed, on the platform. You know, since some of the youth will fire, you know, is a muna. But
Well,
anyway, mhm,
no, but that's at times we speak the issues, speak the reality. yeah, discussing and every time I be bread and butter. They're fighting it, right? If you do the right thing, people would say it. When you do the bad thing, they will say it. Not for you to get angry, but they are doing these things, saying these things so that you can know where your shortcomings are, those lapses, and then to see how best to work on them. Yeah. But then sometimes people take a different way, but it is good to listen to radio. Yeah, because when you
Indeed,
listen
it is
to
good to
the
listen to it.
yeah, listen to the radio, you listen to people cry and thing, and then you will know what's happening. When you don't listen to the radio and thing, you'll just be like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You should
I
force
like that,
but
Mona.
not doing the right thing. So that's just
Just so
it.
magnificent. So let me recognize a few of our people. My brother Joseph Conto. He said, "What? Look, Joseph, and say you want to put yourself in the situation with Mona. Well, for me, I'm not here to judge any case. But Joseph Conto, thank you so much for watching, and Sandy Addison and Elizabeth Bawon and the rest of you that also find the SKTV show. All we want you to do is please share, like, and comment. That's the best thing to
Yeah,
do because
sure.
yeah, you what is saying Joseph Kondo comment and he's saying
I
Monsieur
see
Mona is
it.
on the show today. Okay,
I
no,
don't remember you know, I don't say last say last month.
don't
Anyway,
worry. You know, you know. So Mona, before more come on, there's the news about especially the social news where one of our brother, yeah, Steve texted me and said, Mayborn, this man will be my role model. I said, Steve, we can't forget with other thing. One, I know Christian Ray, I know where they got, I'm gonna guy, the first bastard man ever in my entire life. Since I've been knowing myself to craft a woman business. The man set record. And I invite that you want to get married. Mona, what's the take?
well, you cry for the lady because I didn't ready for that
No,
something.
he's saying that in fact he want to get married. He need a serious woman or wife to get married to. He wants somebody very serious that he
Okay.
think he can get married to. Now he want to settle his life, and so forth. But there are a lot of mixed reactions on his post. People have their own saying, but I want you to give us your own thinking about that. Sometimes the people say that only you people, the women will always, they say, oh, the woman will lead over. But Mona, from what I see now, like when the
And
men
you know
now
what?
we
It's like maybe when you see them be like in band playing on the women and thinking that you get it. Maybe that time maybe you're too high class for himself. That time you feel that you don't have equal. Yeah, sometimes these things happen is like if you don't have equal, so now you want now maybe there's something happen now you want to settle down so that the person to settle down with you. That's the problem. So that gonna happen anyway. That gonna happen, but that's it.
oh
So maybe
widow.
that's
So
something right after.
so
Because sometimes you
but
say
Mona,
that you feel that you get equal. Now what can happen?
oh
Maybe on somebody with you, they end of they down to you, they respect you a whole lot. Maybe you use that against the person to misbehave. So that's what happening to you right now. Mm. So
wow.
what
So that
gonna
means
happen?
all the crime that he's doing, even though because according to him, he's saying that he's looking for somebody that he will serve and somebody that will serve him. So people keep asking as to whether he want to be one of the waiter or waitress or he's looking for waiters and waitress. Because if you're talking about I'm looking for somebody to serve me and I will serve the
And self then.
what do
So
you
which
mean by
one is
that?
that? Ah, is that you want to be waiter, but to be waitress or whatever to serve each other? I don't know which one you coming from to serve me and serve you.
No,
You know,
Mona,
sometimes they got some men right when you read it or you would then this is happening. We can follow up like you will men sometimes you honor them. They say pass you there, go so you there. Some men they want to use that as if to say yeah they ought to aim. At the end result, the person feel that because they respect you, they when you put them so they're there, you do it there, then you want to use that to you know disrespect
so
them. They will
so
leave your
so
life. So that what
so
happens to
that
you right
means
now. So then you be
yes.
asking, you say you want to see what to settle down.
So that means people abuse some opportunity that have been given to them.
Oh
Inshallah, what you
yes,
saying?
yes, sure. You can abuse it.
Okay.
Yeah. Me somebody
Because
they will feed that. You can get another man will feed that you can get another man or you left over whatever and think. No, not that. But the
and
person
and,
feed
and,
that
and,
they
and
respecting you. You don't use that against them.
wonderful Mona, because sorry though, but But the point here is that sometimes you see some of the things coming from mostly from you people, the female, like, oh, because the man love you, the man want to spend, the man
Yeah,
want to
both
give his
sides.
money, his high-end money. So because of that, you also want to abuse the man. But now this
Oh
thing
yes, it
also go
happens to
back
both
to
sides.
him.
Yeah, so yeah, so we females as well, right? When you see
Mhm.
somebody helping you, doing things for you, when you say this, they do. You don't ask them to do it, right? But sometimes you want to use that against a person. Oh, I found my jungle. They can say, I found my junk. You find your junk, you will know yourself one day.
And
That
and
can happen,
and
yo.
and,
Hmm?
and Mona quickly Monk is here. Another Monk will also want to actually chip in on some of the social issue. But Mona, sometimes there are some people that, for example, I come into your life and I decide to maybe serve you, be honest to you, love you with all of my heart and everything. And at the end of the day, you abuse me. You push me away. But Mona, sometimes to find that replacement is
It's
difficult.
difficult. It's
Are you
difficult.
okay? Good. So Mona,
It's difficult.
if I
It's
conclude with
difficult.
that, so Mark, my brother, good evening, welcome.
What's up, Mabel? Another day to be alive on SKTV. Hi to the listening audience, the viewers, the sympathizers of SKTV who say another day. Today's what? Day 9th or the
10th,
10th?
10th of
The 10th
February.
of
Yeah.
February
Mm.
on a Monday, first day of the work week. So we ready. At least to Thursday when the rest of the crew can show up. I think I'll be mostly active Monday through Thursday now based on my schedule.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wonderful. Wonderful. I think Mona and I will be able to be free and talk all of our tough talking. That's good, Mona. So you just listen to Mark. Well, Mark, we were just chipping on some of the social issues, especially from one of our brother. This time now is the man now who crying wolf, looking for a woman, a serious woman, or a wife to marry to. So someone will ask, what he been doing from his age of 18 all the way to maybe if you see him, it will be between 40 to 50.
my brother, I'm not trying to rain on that man parade. He's hustling. I'm not going to sport we got market, so let me just be clear on that. That's why we got dating website. The world is changing. Relationships getting transactional. Even in the US, some people are so basic they don't have time. That's why they get matchmaking website. That they get your personality profile, they link it with somebody, and they set up the date and everything. People are paying for those services. So why not? We are living the 21st century in the internet era. People got information, so they got people that need relationship. They got a bunch of people here too that trying to link. So I don't see it to be out of the ordinary. But I don't know why people think that it's so strange because he's from Liberia and there are a lot of websites, even all over the world, dating websites, blackmeet.com, match.com, single.com. People are looking for partners now, and the best way is to link through online services when it comes to relationship because you have access, you have option online. Like I keep saying, even though they got a negative side about the internet, they
Mhm,
also got a positive side too. For the
mhm.
first time in history, you are able to sit in the U.S. and access women from all over the world. Matter of fact, in most of the inboxes, they got men, some people from Europe, Asia, Australia, Canada. This is the first time in history we had an option. Back in the day when you are growing up, you get one fine lady get in the community, everybody chasing her, everybody like her. No, you don't have
Yeah.
to do that anymore now with the internet. So I'm not going to spoil my man business. Let him keep doing his thing. Who knows? Maybe he might find himself on this side.
God help me.
Look, Mark. So a follow-up question to that, Mark, because they can keep emphasizing that I'm right here in Liberia and the person should be out of Liberia because if you listen to his conversation, you will notice that he wants somebody from overseas. And in fact, you just knew it like, oh, maybe it's transactional, so the men want to do business with profit.
Or two brothers with one stone. The man now they're looking for a relationship. He trying to look for a relationship from overseas. I mean, like who? If you're in Liberia, there as a man, the men know that people come down all the time to come look for men. People looking for a relationship. I think you just saw the most recent drama in Minnesota where a brother came down and took a lady, and then he almost like a boxing match online. So he's not only looking for a relationship, he's looking for an economic incentive as well. He's targeting people from overseas whether it's from any industrialized country, who They say, who not want better things, right? So the men looking for somebody online and from overseas, maybe they just might be able to transfer him. So the hustle is real, and I'm not going to spoil his market. I encourage him to keep doing what he keep doing because at the end of the day, consistency is everything in life. The more he push, somebody will be there to be the one on the receiving end. Who knows? It could be from Canada, it could be from Australia, it could be from Norway. It could be, when it comes to the Western world, people always like to focus on the US. I like, no, the US not the only option. They got UK, they got other advanced countries, they got countries now that even the living standard, because the population side, they are even doing far better than us. Like if you were in Norway now, Norway got one of the richest countries now in terms of per capita income. Canada is doing great too. So not necessarily have to be the US. The US is just the most popular option, but there are so many ways you can hustle. So I would tell my brother, keep doing what you keep doing. I mean, keep doing what you do. And who knows? Somebody might be on the receiving end to be the one to rescue you. Because I know he's not only looking for relationship, he's looking for economic benefit.
Yeah.
That's why he's telling you that he's been out of job. They may already give you a whole platform. So my brother, stop that, Mabel. Don't spoil the man's business, please.
Look, Monk, actually, I'm being but so that means the man also will catch one day. That's the fact. So Monk and Mona, they just near
I
it.
said, friend, talking about one day. What kind of English you got one day? One day that intended it.
No, Mark. I'm a bit confused. So, Mark, are you because if you go back to some of the mail posts and so forth, some of the comments are coming. Are you telling me that some of the comments are just pretending? Because, mind you, though, some of us, especially our sisters, they'll be there pretending like, look at how you look, but they will go behind the same and be interacting with the men. So, are you telling us that the men also will catch?
Most definitely. They got people that need other people. Look, maybe on relationship, it's relationship, it's wealth, health, and relationship. That's the three most hierarchy of need. People need those things. And don't mind all the comment that be coming. Somebody pretend that they're laughing at him. You go to that guy inbox now, I can bet you 9 out of 10 times that they are in your inbox, somebody communicating with him. That's just the reality. And the ones that are communicating with him might not be the most popular one you won't hear them or see them on social media. But guess what? People are trying to linger with other people. It's not something strange. It's not something new. We do here all the time. People matchmake, set you up for date. You go and interview the person. You go out a couple of times. If it works, it works. Some people were able to be successful to find people online. Some people say it was a horrible experience, but life doesn't come with an instructional manual. So you just got to take it for what it is. But I can guarantee you that brother now, he's communicating with certain female or host of females right now in his inbox. I can guarantee you that. But they will come and pretend like they're mocking him or they're laughing at him. But trust me, people are having deep conversation with him. I can guarantee you that, Mabel.
Wonderful, Mark, and I trust you for that. And also to Muna. Yes, indeed, I think sometimes these things happen. People pretend, like Muna said, sometimes they'll be pretending like if they don't love you. But at the end of the day, they will be calling you behind the same back to back and making sure. But again, my brother, thank you. So let's move now from the social aspect. Let's move to our political talks and so forth. So, okay, so let me start up with Muna. Muna, what are some of the things or maybe that you've been observing throughout the time for Saturday up to now that you want us to know about, especially when it comes to politics? Quickly.
Actually, not just nothing much. Just that the people in county, so the citizens, they are very calling on the authority to see our best to focus on things that matters in the county, because now look at our major problem now, like the Door Street here in Zwedge City is under money. When you even go, you look under no cover anything that we were just hanging there, they were just hanging anything because the serious problem right now in the place. What the citizens are calling on the city mayor, telling her that all the time she's paying Morovia, she's back now to know what news and things, because she said that according to her that she in Morovia working on some things to see her best for the city ordinance. Now she's back on the city. I'm talking about her coming up the time she stayed in Morovia, back now in the city to see her best. What the good news, what the news, or the bad news, what happening, they need to know. And now the city I'm talking about, they are going to demand for the development now. They are not going to appeal to say, but they're going to demand for the development in the county. Like today, Bandre, the ORC there, they got one clinic in Bandre, yeah, Kunambo. that they are shutting down because of no water. Water, they are closing the clinic. So the hospital is closed, but the county health team are making everything possible to see our best. They can get to the place there. That the people that did it, the hemp on that time, digging the well, they went to a bare rock. They didn't come back to tell people, and then they put a hemp on now, no water. So the clinic right now is closed because no water and no facility for workers to live in a compound there. What's happening right now? And then when one of the surveillance guys spoke the morning, when we said that they got the people that work on the place that they pump there, he called and they said being candid today to relocate that pump, to relocate. So the serious thing right now, because if that place closed, for put a different boundary coming all the way to Zwaju is challenging. Why if somebody is pregnant and thing can't get a motorbike to get car something else? It's a very, very serious and serious attention. So the county health team, they are possible to see our best. They can get the water, the place, and then they'll get a lodging for the workers, because now they are saying that what he said that only 3 persons on payroll. The rest they are volunteering. So now if they come, sometimes they will say, I'm not coming because I'm not on payroll. I'm not coming because at the end of the day, you know there's something to care for your family, and no money, they will not come. So what we see is a very hectic one there, because 3%, just imagine 3% on payroll. They clear their in boundary. So all of that challenges and things, people are seeing work on it. But first thing first is water, because now the clear is closed right now because of water. Yeah.
So quickly, Mona, before I go back to Mark, if you say the clinic is closed, what are the reactions from the people? Because mind you, I think that clinic is serving
Yes. In
yes,
boundary.
well,
And everything may come to the place. Yeah, the serious thing, so that the citizen according on the authority, the county health team, the authority to see how best they can get back to that place that the clinic can be open, because when you close, it's a very serious thing, serious problems. Because why is someone ill seriously and then coming to Zwedu, you don't know what might happen in between there. So they see how best they can make sure the water is back in the place, they'll be open so that people can take treatment. So when I spoke with it this morning on the top morning talk, there one is get where somebody work with the county of Temi as well, and he said he called a guy that did the work there. They should come that they told they will be today, yesterday, they should be in Canada today to go and relocate the pump, because at that time when they were digging the place, they made a bare rock, but he couldn't come back to tell them. They just built the pump like that, and now it's a serious challenge right now. So they should be kind of to see how best to relocate the pump that the pumps to the place and be open to their people, because it's a very serious thing right now.
well, thank you so much, Mona and Mark. I'm hearing this news, and I know how true it is that Mark also posted on his X that among many other things, Dutch today canceled a 17 million project to provide tax policy advice to Liberia. I don't know how true it is the information, but that's the latest information that I'm getting from the U.S. But Mark, what say you, my brother?
Well, there are so many things happening in Liberia, but I would say technically only three stories caught my attention. Two of them were reported in the front page Africa, and these are some of the things we've been talking about on SKTV. The one that caught my attention earlier, but for me, I hit initial reaction, especially in the 24-hour news cycle, especially if it's a soundbite. I don't listen to soundbite. I love to listen to people speak in totality. I like to see the premise of the argument. I don't go take something on 10, 15-second memes or some TikTok video. No, I like when people give me their policy and their policy description, their ideas, or their what they're trying to accomplish. And the one that caught everyone's attention was the president's statement. But like I said, it was a 15-second video. So I had to go and dig and to see where the president was talking about, the point he was trying to make about this whole idea of deportation and people not coming to build their country. I believe there was a partial truth to it, but there was also, sometimes you can end up saying the right thing in the wrong way. You got to be very careful when you use words, because words, they do have implicit and explicit meaning. One thing could mean another thing to someone else. And if you're the leader, sometimes when you just come out swinging, people might interpret your statement as being wrong. There may be some element of truth to it, but at the end of the day, the fundamental idea, the main point you are trying to drive, Sometimes people miss it, and I think the way he's presented it was a little bit reckless, but he was not 100% wrong. The only problem is when it comes to the responsibility of who is responsible for what. That's where I differ with the president on that. And the second thing was a warning sound coming from the finance ministry. The warning. I don't know how we can be claiming that we are increasing the national budget and you be warning people about multiple accounts and about the growing national debt. How there is a practice dating back to the days of Madam Sally saying 2006 about ministries opening multiple accounts. They identified 31 separate individuals' account from the LEC alone. I think the vice president was one of those that confirmed that, according to the Front Page Africa. And the second thing affecting this country is the issue of rural poverty. Look, Liberia is almost a non-functioning state. That's why you see this Monserrado County is overcrowded. Everybody wants economic benefit, and there was a study conducted that saying that you got 8 now out of every 10 that live in extreme poverty in the rural area. So it creating something they call income inequality. That certain group of people are doing better in certain part of the country, but the rest of the country, everybody disconnected. And experts are saying that it poses a risk to Liberia that you're talking about Liberia as a country, we are ranked 12th of the 20 poorest country on the planet. And we are ranked 177 out of 193. But when it comes to the rural area, people are doing a little bit better in the urban area, which is the cities. But then when you get outside the city, 8 out of every 10 is living in poverty. So they are warning about security risks and instability that could lead to something. It doesn't go well for the country when you got that much people that are in the rural area having no access to some of the most essential services. It become a problem. It could lead to war. Technically, that's what they are trying to say. It could lead to political upheaval because when people feel disenchanted, when they cannot get basic services, at a certain point in time, they will get fed up, and that lay the groundwork for political upheaval, instability, or what you can call it war or coup. That's why they are warning, and the warning sign is flashing bright in Liberia. So those three were the one that caught my attention, baby. Just for update.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mo. Thank you so much. So quickly, let me just give some of the latest updates in the nation's capital, Monrovia, Liberia to be specific. Yes, so on today, the National Election Commission has finally declared by-election in Nima County for the Senate position, which of course for the passing of the late Senator Prince Wah Johnson, who passed away on November 29, 2024, and that vacant seats have been declared by the National Election Commission. That means all those who are to fill the seats or those who want to represent the people are the upper house or the other Senate, they can now file in or maybe put in the registration. And mind you, the election is slated for or will be on Tuesday, the 22nd of April, 2025. So there are now registration ongoing when it comes to the by election in Nima County. So the sons and daughters of Nima County, they are already glued to their radio, and they know already exactly that on April 22nd there will be by-election. So their registration ongoing up to March 4th, according to the National Election Commission. That when the registration of candidates and so forth will end, and maybe in that period campaign will start up to certain time in April, which of course by which time our campaign will end, and so forth. And on Tuesday, the 22nd of April will be election day in Nimba County. But again, on today also, the National Oil Company of Liberia or NOCA president or CEO of recently Suakoko Dennis, who was suspended by the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yeman Boakai. On today, she was called on by the LACC to give or to clear her side about what's happening, what are some of the news that they're hearing about corruption and so forth. So on today, she was seen today at the premises of the RACC, and which of course she carries some of the vehicles or the two vehicles that we'll talk about. And at the end of the day, while she was there, after their briefing and so forth, those two vehicles was also taken from her, and they are currently parked at the compound of the RACC while investigation is ongoing. So indeed, so far so good. These are things happening back home in the nation capital. Maneuver, but again, Monk, as we go along, any other news, we're going to add, maybe give you update. But Monk, this story keep coming, and I want you to please check out quickly and give us update about any marks about this story, because it's trending now. A minute ago that in the 17 million project to provide tax policies about to Liberia been canceled, and our question asked. So go on X, those of you who on X, go there now and find out as to what's going on there, any marks. And so why would anyone think that this is a good use of your tax money? That was the question he asked, and there are a lot of mixed reactions, followers, people have their own comments and so forth. So so far so good, these are happening. And the retailers we talk about, also we're going to play that video and move on with our topic for today, and which of course our topic you just stated, or you just talk about our topic for today. So yes, I think you can maybe chip in on the latest happening from the US, especially when it comes to Liberia about the 17 million project.
Well, I don't know about Liberia specifically. Maybe I will follow up that later. But I know there is total overhaul of the federal system when it comes to American policy and taxpayer resources. That's why they created an office called the Office of Government Accountability. The argument here is the reason certain program was created was to help push American foreign policy around the world, mostly some of our allies. But over the years, it's been let out. There's the same thing that happened with that front page article today, that you come up with an idea and people in the bureaucracy take advantage and think that they can make themselves rich. Like you got a single ministry with, or agency with more than 15 separate accounts. Some of them mostly are are the commercial banks that is also the supervision of government. So the same thing is happening here. Or now the USAID is under now the Department of how do you call it? The State Department, which is controlled now by Marco Rubio, former presidential candidate. There were more than 14,000 employees. They gave them option, so some of them to retire, to get a pay leave, to shut them down. I think Marco Rubio is saying that they only need 300 employees. So think about coming from 14,000 to 300, because now the USAID, as people want to portray it, it's not something that they are going to cancel. They are just recalibrating the system to see what works and what doesn't work. The program that is needed or that was intended to push this particular agenda of the U.S. foreign policy, it will remain intact. If they're supposed to get Liberia money for electricity or running water or for education, they will still get that money at the end of the day. The fact of the matter is, there are so many illegal things that are happening, especially when it comes to our side, from the Washington, D.C. side. And that's why they are trying to get rid of. So, like I said, the USAID is not being canceled. It's just been put on the State Department. Now, Marco Rubio is the one running that agency, and they reduced their employee here from 13,500. There are only 300 people. The rest of them, they will let go. So I don't know about Liberia.
But they want more, I think it's the DOGE. I don't know, it's called the Dutch, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's right?
The Department of Government
Accountability. Yes, according to Inimark, it's saying that among many other things, the Dutch today cancel a 17 million project to provide tax policy advice to Liberia. For me, this is the first of a kind that I'm seeing this maybe billionaire talking about Liberia in this foreign manner. In fact, he asked question, why would anyone think that this is a good use of your tax money? That's the question mark. Are we into a very serious trouble or serious problem as people?
Like I said, it's an ongoing process, and we've been listening to some of them on social media, right? Whether it's condom in the Middle East, whether it's about you spending $500 million on some kind of so-called energy or environmental energy, just on consulting fee. for consultancy. I'm not even talking about the project, consultancy. So the more they dig into those particular agencies, or whether it's at the Treasury Department, whether it's at the USAID office, whether it's about the IRS, the government is just trying to do some background check to see if this program it was meant for the intended purpose. And Liberia is no exception. USAID operate everywhere. The question is, which kind of tax policy are you advising on? Because the idea is the money that was intended to be a help to poorer countries that need it, whether it's refugee, whether it's about feeding program, whether it's about medication, they are not being given for the intended purpose. We got an entire cartel of criminals here that are using that money and using poorer countries. It's almost like saying, maybe I'll give you one example of Haiti. You generated $4 billion for Haiti after a natural disaster or earthquake. And the people of Haiti only received 2% of $4 billion. How do you call that? Is that help? So it's the same thing happening. You're talking about providing tax consulting services to Liberia. What kind of consulting services are you providing to Liberia about taxes? It just means someone in Washington, another criminal will take a huge portion of that money, and few individuals down there would maybe eat few dollars there, and at the end of the day, they would say they send aid to Liberia. That's just why it is. Because I don't know about US providing tax services to Liberia. It doesn't even make sense. That's why maybe he asked that question.
Yes. But more quickly before maybe send the same question to Mona listening. I'm a little bit afraid because Mark, we are a small country, struggling country, a country where majority of our people live in poverty, even though our politicians are rich or richer than even the country. But Mark, are you sensing like, because for this billionaire, quote unquote, once upon a time, who also interacted with the president, now talking about what the significant or 17 million project or job for project advice and so forth that been canceled. Are you sensing something like maybe that's going to go deeper and something, maybe something similar will likely happen even beyond this?
I want for you to go deeper. Because the idea that we got here that when you live in the Western world, I mean, we appreciate the Western world. There are some great things here. Equally so, they got corrupt people all over the world. That's something our folks need to come to realize. The thing is, Melbourne, one thing I understand, right? You know, most of the poorer countries, and we've been enslaved for a very long time. We didn't think about aid. When you look at the whole idea about aid, that's why certain African leaders, if you go back during the days of whether it was William Aratoba, or whether it was Thomas Sankara, whether it was the Pan-Africanist movement, these guys were afraid of debt. And there was a reason why they were afraid of debt. Because when you're a poorer country, like I said, they come with the aid, with this grant. At the end of the day, they are not counting it as aid or grant. You are the one that are going to pay directly or indirectly. So if you are telling me you want to help people who are on refugee camp, and the U.S. government say we are giving $100 million to buy medication, to buy food, the people should receive that money. You cannot take $75 million in consultancy fee, then the people who will be the exact beneficiary, they cannot even see the money for that particular investment. Like yesterday, I was having a conversation with Chamiyato say, one of them said they spent $20 million. I got to print some literature, you know, this small comic book in Liberia during the Ebola crisis, right? You got to educate people about how the virus spread. You imagine, right? Those small booklet where too many Liberians don't even have access to, and they were told that they spent $20 million. Can you imagine? On leaflets. $20 million on leaflets in the name of educating people about the spread of the Ebola virus. So technically, someone in Washington, D.C., they thought it was that, you know what, another way to steal from the federal government to use taxpayer money here, we can say we are producing literature for people to read, little booklet to get the instruction, but maybe 15 million left here and less than 5 million actually went into that program. That's just why it is. So it's not only limited to Liberia, it's all over the world. Any country that is receiving U.S. assistance through the USAID, you should know that some kind of accountability is coming, and the gravy train won't continue. That's just why it is. It's nothing more than that.
Wonderful, Mark. Thank you. Before I go to Mona, let me say to Guanu, thank you for that comment. In fact, you say you're matching, sending our high-end money to Gaza, 50 million for condoms. But then, Guanu, I want you to also comment on any Mark's post about 17 million project to provide tax policy or advice to Liberia that be canceled by a Dodge. But let me go to Muna. Muna, I think
Yeah.
you've been following, and what's your take? What's some of the things or the kind of more embarrassing news coming
See,
out? Go ahead.
maybe on this country, we are not ourselves in this country. We are not true to ourselves in the country and what's suffering us. Like the reason why you see when they posting our money, yeah, they can send people behind our money. They won't be complaining. While the people send money, they send people to follow our money because they know that we are corrupt, we are criminals. The people know that when it comes to money business, you can't trust us in the country money business because money people send that we in need to help people instead of us helping that particular thing that money came for, we start enjoying ourselves, eating the money, and then the people the money came for, they are suffering. This country, right? We are hardly corrupt in this country, but really we can shift blames on people. I always say this, right? We can take our frustrations, we put it on people. We are not true to ourselves in this country. That when the person they follow that money. Once the person they say that when even say father that they follow that money. Because when it comes to money based, when the people get money to carry on projects, when they come down to see that project, they will feel very, very discouraged. To even send points again, they can't do it. Because all the project the people come and follow in the place for the project, they will even ask, is it a project we get our money for? They will say yes. You know, when we get rid of how the people will come to our aid now. But when the money comes, the people enjoying the money, enjoying themselves, then they see they are suffering. They are crying, but they're enjoying. They're living a best life, riding luxurious cars. They are okay because once they okay, once they got money in their pocket, they okay, library is okay. So that reason why, that reason we are corrupt people in this country. We got so corrupt person us in that place there when money can they do as well do anything at the end result, they go get something small, then nothing, the ratting is not done. But we'll not stop talking, right? We'll keep discussing the issues and things. So that just when the post send for that beyond here, when the book come in, they send for that, then they send people behind the money because the people know lucky. They know that once
but Muna, are you not worried? Muna, are you not worried about some of the news coming?
What would do? We worry. What would do? And the people will get in power. The leaders, they are crookish. The leaders don't get in power. They don't mean well for this country. They mean well for our citizens. It will worry us and things. But what can we do? When we got people there that think that the right to be done well by that mistake, what can we do? It's worrisome. It's worrisome. But what will we do? Because the people are sitting there. Let me work for us. Let me work for the country. You know, we can only pretend. Some of us we can pretend we love life. We don't love this country. We're not thinking what life can do for us. But instead of thinking about what can I do for my country, we're thinking what the country can do for us. That's our focus. But it worries on though. But what we do when we got people up there who once their life is better, their home is set, library is okay. That's what's happening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Muna. And to Zegogano, who's saying that they information, what are the true? My brother, go on X. I'm not there, but go on X. Then you will know what is true and about it. A lot of people have been posting and sharing this information, including even Julius Chair of OKFM. So that alone prove that indeed it is true 100%. I can guarantee you. So just go straight on X and you will know what the information is true. You see,
let me address this, Mabel. Let me address this. Whether people who keep talking about, oh, where is the proof? What is happening is an exercise. It's a 90 to 120 days exercise. As they go into the various federal agencies, they're doing this audit and making sure that where the money was spent. They are giving up the most especially X. All the American politicians interact on X. X now give you more information than any news agency in America because that's where you can see people interacting. So what Musk and Tim is doing, every time they find something on waste, fraud, and abuse, they post it. Anytime they find, even though they will come up with their final report, but just before you can get that report, they keep updating the American people what's happening, how they were able to discover 100 billion was missing from here, how we got to know that Medicare and Medicaid lost almost $100 billion, how we got to know that 177 billion was sent to Ukraine, but Ukraine cannot give a count of 100 billion because they keep updating the public, and you can see them interacting in real time because they all have an account on X. So now X, I would say, is the most powerful media platform in the whole world. You can't make any comparison. So for some of you who want proof and y'all want link to the report, I like go on X and you see constant update. I just wanted to clarify that, Mabel. Hold on. I think Mabel just left the. Yep.
Yeah, he's back
So
now.
who they having a report? How can you have a report when the
Yeah,
exercise is still
sorry,
ongoing?
Monk, I was setting up. Sorry. Yeah. So say go gonna say something about other country, but he reached to his country, the president he supposed so dearly, the president he loves so dearly in heart, and say you gotta be fair enough because when Liberia prosper, we all will prosper, whether you like it or not. So for you to be acting like you won't be combative, you won't be confusing, you won't be doing. Look, my brother, stop wasting your time. We all have definitely checking that thing I ever sent. So you don't have to tell me, oh, go and check it out. So Monk, I know Monk said it. I believe Monk 100%. So what else? So Monk, just hold on a little bit, you and Muna. I know you want me to play the video quickly about our topic on today because the same thing, that's the same thing that we're just discussing. The kind of
Go ahead.
impact of our country because the president also complaining about you people on our side that you're eating, I know, chicken. So let me just play the video. Yeah, quickly, then I go for this break. While you hold on a little bit.
Because you're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying, you think you're enjoying life. I got a message for you. You're gonna kill me. If you don't come by to build a country for yourself, it's your business. Because you're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying, you think you're enjoying life. I got a message for you. You're gonna kill me. If you don't come by to build a country for yourself, it's your business. Because you're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying, you think you're enjoying life. I got a message for you. You're gonna kill me. If you don't come by to build a country for yourself, it's your business.
Great. So, Monk, I think that's the topic and that's the video. The president talking to you people to come back home, even whether it's tough or not, they'll come back and build a country and get one message for you people. The no choice there. So go ahead, my brother. Let me do the setup for the news.
That was a controversy for the entire weekend. I saw that video. Like there are so many moving parts to that video, and like I said, maybe the way the president said it, the way he came out when he came to that video. Some people say what they're respectful. Some people say, oh, the leader, he cannot say that. Okay, you want to highlight the issue of Donald Trump. The thing is, deportation is nothing new in America. Every president deported. Some of the statistics, when you go to the ASK website and the Department of Homeland Security, you will be shocked to know that. But those are the reality. Look, the thing is, we came to this country. Most of the individuals that came to this country, I would say 95% came here for better living, better economic condition. Everybody want comfort and convenience. You want access to basic services. That's why people came here. And unfortunately, some people come here with status. Some people came here looking for documents. Some people came here, they got into criminal activity, even though you were supposed to come here and work hard. Everybody got their own way of seeing things. They got into trouble. They are into federal and state prison all over the country. You won't believe when you go to somebody prison or federal prison, you see Liberians there in their numbers. So this is nothing new. But the only problem I have with the president is who is responsible for building the country. Isn't that what we've been talking on SKTV for the longest? That the government must play her role and people will tap into the government role because the last time I checked throughout human history, I cannot name a single country on the planet that individuals built. Everything that happened around the world was built by government. Elon Musk being the richest man in the world, I don't see him being a single role in America. Even though he worth more than $400 billion, they say he might be the first trillionaire, but he's not the one building schools and hospitals in America. He's not the one providing food or basic services on the streets in America, even though he's the richest president in America, given that market and that opportunity. So the whole president idea that Liberians overseas must come back and build their country, that's where I have the problem. Who is responsible for building the country? That's my thing. Who is responsible? Yeah. All I know, anywhere in the world, the government will make the down payment, the government will invest into the future, and individual will tap into that. Like I said, the Elon Musk, well, it's the Elon Musk, the Steve Jobs, and all the top entrepreneurs, those smart guys, because the system was already built and they came and tap into it. You want for people from the diaspora to come and build your roads and your schools and your hospital. You want them to buy medication for healthcare facility. Are they the one responsible for giving you electricity or running water? No. It's your responsibility. You control the country resources. When you do your work, when you take responsibility for your action, then people will be able to say, you know what, I can go back home and tap into the government investment and help grow the private sector. That's how it works. Because there is not a single country on this planet that were built by individual. So I don't know what the president is talking about. I don't get it when it comes to that part. The part about people looking for convenience. The last time when you was on the show, we talked about that. What do you think an average American will want to leave from here and go sit in Ghana? Because he's looking for comfort and convenience. He knows that there are challenges in Ghana or other African countries that are doing great, but he can stay or survive there, right? Because the basic services that he needs, protection, security, running water, roads, good hospital, access to children playground, shopping mall, he can live over there. So it's not normal. Everybody wants comfort and convenience. That's how human beings were wired. That's how we're built. Nobody looking to leave from America or let's say an investor looking to a country wherein your justice system is broken and corrupt. Your lawmakers, you got two speakers in your house. Nothing good is going on in the country. You think why you think we are not attracting a lot of investors? Why you think so? You think they believe that there's no money to be made in Liberia? No. They believe that the structure that should be set in place for them to thrive is not available in Liberia. That's why they will choose other country. So the president got me confused on that one. I have no idea what he's talking about. He's not making any sense when it comes to people should come back and build a country. Matter of fact, as a government, you are not even prepared to receive your deportee. I bet you now you ask Joseph Boga government of the thousands of people that will be coming back to Liberia, what are your plans for them? There is none on paper that he can show in terms of their relocation. But you want people to come back and build a country. Make no sense to me. So I will stop there, Mona. Maybe you got something to add. Hmm. Are you there, Mona? What's going on with the team? I think everybody is. Maybe when you hear me?
Mona, maybe Mona go for a break. But again, Monk, you
Okay.
just said everything, and that's just the fact, my brother. That's the kind of society that we live in. Why other people are getting rich, and the pastors, the quote unquote the men of God, and they will call us on the show and be talking all kinds of things to us, even sometimes sorting us, acting like in fact they are sending out the curses on us. You know, Monk, I'm just so surprised that you have a group of people, greedy people, who by the time you see them, you feel that they are more Liberian than the other. By the time you see one lawmaker or representative, my brother, fear in you already that that lawmaker will even do everything. In fact, he become one of the most powerful person, even in the community or even in the district. It's happening only here in Liberia. When you talk, the people see you as somebody who like, hey, you're not that person. So it's about people liking people, or it's about us talking about things affecting Liberia and Liberians. My brother, this thing that we're talking about today, Monk, is everywhere. The media struggle, people struggle, society going down the drain. And thank God, the former Chief Justice, Madam Moses Scott, she said that in a Liberty Party program a few days. She said it. She said all of our sectors mess up. Nowhere is growing. Religious side is mess up. Politics, politicians, they are lying to people. So when we come here to inform our people about some of these things, when we try to educate them, they get angry. Some people who call themselves quote unquote men of God, they will take phone and call us and be insulting and say what they want to say. But again, here we are today. You take your country resources, Monk, for example, go into so many villages, like I was asking Mona, go Grand Jide, go CVR. People are digging gold day and night, 10 years, 15 years. But guess what? The people they have been part or more
Uh,
losses.
yeah, still living
Dashboards.
Yeah.
Jesus. When you talk, you get angry anyway. But my brother, that's the kind of society that we find ourselves in. That our people, some of our people, they think that the only thing is that it's spiritual. The entire life about that is spiritual. Pray for what? People are stealing for you. How can during those days John the Baptist they were not praying? But they were telling the people that what you're doing is wrong. But today the people are saying that we should pray. Or I should pray for somebody to get rich. I should pray for somebody to control to steal from the country. But again, they say, let's pray. So, but monk, you just said everything, my brother. And they want you people to calm down. How do you calm down? Here, where there's no stable electricity. Three major things that you have to put together as a country. You don't have stable, in fact, stable electricity, no water, no security. Your security network is very poor. I'm not the thing that this thing we're just saying it on the radio. No. Go on the internet and Google some of the things, and you will see it. But you want the investor to come. Like what happened in Nimakande quite recently with Asida Meter, where we understand that there was serious embarrassment. More, can you imagine?
Yeah, he want for the diaspora to come and provide electricity, but right at the LEC, his own vice president was able to confirm 31 separate accounts, stolen money flowing through those accounts through commercial bank, just in one entity, the LEC. Yeah, since 2006, those practices been going on. But he think it's someone else's responsibility, people from overseas that's supposed to come and build the country. I understand that immigration part is not new. That's why I keep saying, if you check the record, that's standard operating procedure in America. Every president will deport. That's just it. The president is the chief law enforcement officer in the entire country. And you know the one thing our people don't understand about the whole deportation thing, I like, if you really understand these people's system and see how it works, the president is almost just like a messenger. Because why they will tell you, they say we are deporting criminals. No, they're not only deporting criminals, they will deport people who people with legal status. But guess what? People with legal status, they must go to the court and get a court order before they can deport you from America here. But with somebody who is a criminal, the executive can just come up. You already are a criminal anyway, so when it comes to deportation, that you they will prioritize first, they will be first on the list. But it doesn't mean that just because you're a criminal, no, they got other people that will be impacted. And this thing been happening forever. Like I said, the very people that can do the arrest that you call ICE, who finance them? The Senate and the House. The lawmakers are the one that finance that project. The court is the one that will give them the authorization before the president can even take people and put them on plane for deportation. So the whole thing is just like all three branches of government are the one doing the deportation because they work hand in hand. But in Liberia, there, or most especially when it comes to our side, we just interpret it like, oh, the president is the one deporting people. Like, you won't even believe some of the numbers and who did the most deportation, all that stuff. That's just the politics of it. The reality is it won't change. Even if Donald Trump leave office, the next US president will still deport. Obama deported more immigrants than any other president in US history of all presidents. That is an established fact. So we are blaming Obama for that? No. The judiciary and the same lawmakers were the one that provided the funding for him to deport people because that's his job. He just like the law enforcement officer, the chief messenger. But deportation is not going to end. My only problem I got with the president when he talk about comfort and convenience and people should come back to the country. No, people will always look for comfort and convenience because that's the one reason that they travel. If I was to say with Joseph Burger, I would ask him, I say, why do you think thousands of African migrants may get drowned in the Mediterranean Sea trying to cross from sub-Saharan Africa into Europe? Because they want better living, they want comfort and convenience. It's just part of human nature. The question is, what are you doing to elevate the status of your country from poverty to at least a middle income country? Why are you playing? You don't have one. But you think the people from overseas or in the diaspora should come and build a country. If you believe it's the diaspora responsibility, then leave the executive mansion and turn the country over. Since you're not capable of building a country. Because you can't even take responsibility for your own job. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. So Milton, I don't know. Yeah. What's going on for the news bulletin if you come on? Mona, you can hear me?
Mom, you're
I don't
live.
think. Oh, okay.
Mom, you're
I don't
live,
know
yeah.
what's going on. I don't know what's happening with Melbourne.
No,
If
I
the news
think
bulletin.
the news, yeah.
But
I
what's your
think
take on this issue, Mona? Since you and myself here, because that's my interpretation of it.
yeah, but I just I had to go right into the country when the security aspect is is poor already. You don't have electricity, good water and thing. Who don't want better life? Who don't rather be in the war? Say for me, I don't want to live better life. Nobody. Everyone want to live a very, 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 very good life. Very good life.
That's it.
Yeah. Who don't want that? But now when people kind of very afraid because now when you get some information about the security sector and thing, or they won't happening, security brutality, people intimidating people, all of that, people get afraid. Even when investing in kind of country, they see some things happening, they will pack and go, especially when they speak out or come here, like, or people are living in a place going. Start going
But
and then
Mona,
in the country,
Mona,
they don't respect rule of law already.
yeah, Mona.
Ah,
Since human history, since the inception of human history, migration and immigration been going on. Even if you read the Bible, migration or immigration is one thing, right? It's been
yeah,
happening. You know, when we came to this country, we first bought into this idea that, oh, America is an immigrant country. When you live here over a time, if you can really pay attention to yourself, I said, no, America is not a country of immigrants. America is a country of poor immigrants. Somebody asked me, say, what you meant? I said, okay, take a look around you. If you live in the country 5, 10, 15, 20 years, many countries that are doing better around the world, you see that people here in terms of huge numbers. Maybe they're just coming for further studies. Maybe they're coming for student exchange. Maybe they're coming for sort of job training. I've never been. I work with some big companies in this country that got branches all over the world. I've never seen people coming from Germany or South Korea or Singapore. If I can barely see people from Libya or even Morocco or Egypt, maybe there are a few of them here. I don't see people from Lesotho or Botswana. I don't see people from or Namibia, countries that are doing great. I don't see people from Ireland coming here. When they come here, maybe in a small quantity. The only people that I see in huge number are poor African country, poor Asian country like Laos or Mongolia, I would say, or Thailand. You know, the poorest of the poor in Asia. They are the ones that are in huge numbers. So this whole idea, like when it comes about comfort and convenience, people always want better living. People want to live in an environment where they can thrive, where their children can do better. That's why when a country is doing better, it's very hard to see their citizens migrating and going somewhere else. That's just why it is. So if you see us here, it's because in huge number, it's because our country is not doing great. The question is, how do you make the country better become the problem? One administration after another keep making the situation worse. That's why people choose to stay here. And people believe that their children should be here, go to college, give themselves economic opportunity because they know at the end of the day, once you get that American education or that American back in your foundation, yeah, you get a better opportunity of doing great in the future. That's what people are looking for. So the president, rather than talking about how he can merge with it, I find the fact that I find it amazing for a president who claimed to launch a diaspora initiative will be putting above on the same diaspora. How do we even make sense of that? The last time, just few days ago, we saw the president with some people from overseas talking about they are launching a diaspora initiative at the, I don't know what the executive mansion or foreign ministry or where. Maybe you saw that occasion, right? The same man who claimed to be launching a diaspora initiative is the one that talking about people talking about comfort and convenience. Are you serious? If the diaspora pull the plug from your economy, I gave you 90 days, that economy will crumble. So what are you talking about? The only problem is he cannot take responsibility for his abysmal performance. Abysmal performance. He had no vision. He can't even define his own arrest agenda. He had changed it 3 times in less than a year. That's why the problem is because any responsible president that got vision, that want to work with the diaspora, he will start looking for ways how to leverage the diaspora support to take on some huge and intensive capital intensive project in the country to grow the economy to make things better. But yeah, here you go. The 15-second video, whatever it is, he there bashing people from overseas.
And,
And there's the men are supposed to come back home.
and
Go
that's the one
ahead.
main question. Yes, and that's the one main question because if you are calling for your people to come back home, and at the end of the day, you are not even creating uh, that environment for them. You are not even making things right for them. You are not even giving them opportunity. Then how do you expect to even come back home? So that's the question that some of us that keep coming to our mind as to what our president really want our people to do. Because if you are shifting blame now, because he's saying that in fact that you have a message for you people, especially in fact He not even say, for those of you who are contributing to us, for those of you who making Liberia to be better, for those of you who are investing, but he said that for those of you who are enjoying. So, like for example, I will look at maybe you, Steve, Mr. Cannon, my brother Edward Brock, so and the rest of you, and say, okay, say you people are enjoying. Maybe the person not happy for people to be enjoying. So you come down and maybe experience the hardship they're going through.
So why he meant that another sense that there is no plan to make the country better. He think that Liberia is a country that was meant for people to just live in poverty and suffer. So it means when people come to America and they are being deported, he welcomed that idea to say, come and suffer with us. Because for us here, we got no plan to move this country into the future. So I think he cheering the process that he want to see Liberian being deported because he believed that when you live overseas, you are living in comfort. The thing he failed to realize, people work there like crazy. People have responsibility here. They got families here. People, individuals, as we speak, they are at work. Nothing free. There is no free lunch. They are there to get it. They call aid that you're getting grant. That's a lie. Everything you must pay for indirectly. Either the country pay for it through debt and higher interest rate. You must pay for it if you live here in taxes. Maybe they got people here that work here more than any other country in the world. No country work harder in the whole industrialized world in America. People work 12, 14, 16 hours just to meet up with the cost of living. At the end of the day, that's why I keep telling people, the more the living standard gets high, we in the diaspora will pay double. We will always be the victim. And you know why we are the victim, maybe? First of all, I must pay my bills here, right? I must keep myself up to date here. I should pay my healthcare insurance. I should pay rent. I should pay for my car insurance. I should pay for my car payment. I should put food on my table. I should wear clothes. At the end of the day, if Liberia is not doing better, like the report that just came out that more people are going to poverty, 8 out of every 10, my inbox will be flooded. My relatives, my cousins, my former classmates, some of my friends. Okay, if I got to take care of myself here and end up helping people back there, right? All over the world, like most family will do it. You get talk about remittances alone. People are the one carrying their family burden from children's school fees to medical bill to feeding. Everything comes from overseas. So for the president who's saying that we are living in comfort and convenience to come back to build a country that he himself cannot even build, then how do we even maintain the society? How? Because the last time I checked, diaspora make a huge portion of the economy. So if you cut the profit from the diaspora, I don't even know how Liberia will survive. So who's coming back to do what?
And that's the thing, Monk. Like for example, if you look at the embattled speaker post, I think that was on yesterday. He also talked about 2023. You people or your remittance was somewhere around almost 800 million. So if you are getting rid of 800 million, that is more than our budget. Then what are you saying? I talk about right. You're supposed to be saying as a leader to say, okay, my people or the president, of President Donald Trump, even though I understand some situation, but please, I think there's about time that we negotiate, talk, and please let be able to solve some of the issues about our people, because you can't just deport our people. But the job we're going to say, okay, those of you who are enjoying some of these things look like gossips. Mom, are you also something like maybe sometimes being the same, the gossip and say, okay, these people in the US, they are the one that causing chaos. They are the one that supporting this. They are the one that doing this because they feel that maybe they get money. Mom, are you also sensing that?
It's not about gossip. It's just a proven fact that this president is very vindictive. He troubled. He's very sentimental. He got deep-seated hatred for certain group of people. That is the same thing. Matter of fact, Costa said it before. The first president that brought it was Councilor, the late Councilor Bronskin. We know what Joseph Boakai stands. He's a troublist. He got certain, he got a kind of a stigma against certain people. That's how I see it. I don't think it's a gossip. Joseph Boakai for his age, I think he's just too old not to be taking regular gossip. It's just this mentality of us versus them. They're the men that said that he cannot sit there for Congo to become president. He got deep-seated hatred for people who he think got some kind of a American-Liberian connection or lineage. That's a fact. It's the same thing. And it's not only him. We saw it with the lack of Dylan also. When it comes to the diaspora, that's why they want to marginalize people when it comes to the country and who should be able to do this, even though they were born or Liberian, just because they had the opportunity to come overseas. They got it kind of a petty hatred for people. That's how I see it, because a president who knows the power of the diaspora from an economic standpoint, a president who knows how people work here to put food on the table. Look, Mabon, I pray you come to this country one day. The idea that just because you live in America, people enjoy. Why is that definition of enjoyment? Because I know the thing they call pleasure and happiness are two different things. They're not even the same. Because I know since I've been living in this country, the vast majority of all the people that I know, I can't speak for people who are criminals, but I'm talking about hard working Liberian. Like any other immigrant that come to this country, you must work hard. Can you imagine, Melbourne? Like I said on the show, you wake up in a state that is very cool, frigid temperature. You're waking up 5 a.m. in the morning to go to work, to even warm your car, to clean snow from around your car. Do you know the kind of a discipline I require to do that year after year, day after day? Do you know what it means? So why Joseph Braga definition of living in comfort and convenience? People are just financing their lifestyle when it comes to their living condition. So the whole idea that people enjoying they should come and build a country, it makes no sense to me. That's where my problem with the president came from when it comes to that statement. Because you don't want to take responsibility. That's why it is. Because I tell you, maybe anytime in life when you take responsibility for your decision or your action, you will always make better decisions. Because you believe that when you mess things up, you will hold yourself accountable. But whenever you believe that it's someone else's fault, you will not do something better. Because you already got a preconceived notion that anything that happens is someone else's fault. So Joseph Boaga, in his right frame of mind, believe that the reason Liberia is not progressing because they got Liberians who want to live in the comfort of the Western world and not coming back to build a country when in fact he is given the greatest resources to manage the affairs of the state and to build a country. Maybe in collaboration with the diaspora, but the diaspora got her role to play. Like I said, in every country around the world, there is not a single country on planet. That Joseph Baga tell which country the citizen built. That he need one. The last time I checked, almost 200 and some more countries around the world, if not more. Let Joseph Baga name one country in the world that was built by the citizen and not the government. Then we give him credit for that statement. Just one that he know of.
Wow, wow, indeed, Monk. I think you are correct. Sometimes these are kind of things that we go through as people. But again, more quickly, this news. Do you also see the news as a troubling news for our country? Because with the kind of news coming up, well, Liberians are already struggling with the bread and butter issue, and the 17 million has been stopped. I don't even know what I mean of that. That I don't know project
Come on
advance or
then.
what.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Consulting fee. Which tax policy? For me, you see, everything, some people, they believe that everything is right versus left, it's about the politics. The thing here is, my thing that I share this particular process because I've been saying this for the longest. Just because we live, this country got a different system. These people got a check and balance system here. At least everybody here is not enjoying, but they can provide basic services for the people. But most often, people that work in government always milk the system. Because I told you on the show more than 10 times, Melbourne, the people that work in government are not the one that created wealth. The regular, everyday people are the one that must go up there, work hard, pay taxes to make sure that the government can function and operate. And if you got people who's wasting government resources, how can you even support such an idea? You telling me you are providing tax consultation in Liberia in the tune of 17 million. I bet you now, how many Liberians benefiting from that 17 million? You won't be able to show me 50 of them. But yet, somebody can tell you that $15 million. Maybe when I asked you before, I said, look at Liberia, right? Yeah, let's just do they get something called the time value of money. And they got something they call, how they can call this, they got a name for it, man, over time. When you do the adjustment for the cost of living. You're telling me that Liberia from 1980 up to now, that we were in a debt of more than 4 point something billion. When you look around in Liberia, coming from the 80s, what do you see in Liberia to convince you that more than 4 billion went to that country, Melbourne? Melbourne, are you hearing me?
Wow. Yes, I'm getting you, my brother. Wow. Then that mean that just so terrible
Yeah.
for us as people. Because monk the people, one thing about it is that monk sometimes you hear the kind of name the people say, oh, guess what though? The UN gave 40 million. Yeah, you
Yeah.
say gave 100 million. The other
Yeah.
group of people get 200 million. Sometimes the
Yeah.
profit that some of the monies are not really maybe a money that are coming, but they're not feeling a real impact. what's money?
Well, the impact. Remember, the Ebola, when you go, right, there was a study done by I think it was a NGO. I will look for that link. I highly on my hard drive. When the Ebola came to West Africa, mainly Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, when you see some of the pledges that were made, right, from the US and other countries, from Canada or Australia, when you look at the pledges, right, even though we know that there were work done on the ground, but when you look at the pledges versus the actual money that was spent or that was sent to those countries, you won't even believe it. You know the only country that make up at least 66% of a pledge made in the whole war? Maybe you know who did it? It's in America. Of all the pledges that they made, they were able to live up to 66% in terms of actual donation to fight Ebola. The vast majority of the country, but when you hear, oh, they couldn't send you 200 million, they won't send you 400 million. Okay, we appreciate it. Let's go see the work that the money was sent for. Nothing, zero, zilch, everything, no accountability. That's why the system is. And for this president to make such a statement, like, it's beyond repulsive. And I just hope the people around him, they can tell Mr. President, you didn't come out well.
I think it's almost 24 hours, or maybe a day now, day plus now, send the president make this statement that you people are just sitting on a side and in fact enjoying life. And all right, so let me just play this, then we talk one or two, then we'll go to the line to be able to interact with our people. Let me see quickly, Mark. Yeah, so folks, if you're just joining us, this is the SKTV show right here on Truth FM 96.1. They had in South Library, or 20 minutes past 7. That's the time check. And our topic on today is about the president's statement on our people in the diaspora, especially in the US. So indeed, this is the statement from the president.
Because you're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying, you think you're enjoying life. I got a message for you. Donald Trump is there. If you don't come by to build a country for yourself, it's your business. Because you're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying, you think you're enjoying life. I got a message for you. Donald Trump is there.
Wonderful, Bob. Yes, indeed, Bob. I can still recall. There are a lot of you when the president. I think that was the is that the UNGA, right? So a lot of you.
General Assembly.
Yes, good. I saw a lot of you with you people were like appreciating the president, welcoming the president, singing, dancing, and so forth. But again, the president said, "Now you put your come, let's stop enjoying. You come at least like people like roof robbers, bang bang. You come home, so get enjoy more."
Yeah. I can see you complain. I can see you complain about the heat. How mosquito going in you? The Indian roofs also come home to get the mosquito too, right? Good luck with that.
Mark, on a very serious note, look, let's be frank, Mark, it is indeed frustrating. It's terrible, and I think even people from the angle of the president should be able to also advise. There's where some of these things, like for example, we have a lot of advisors, people who've been working in government for a very long time with the lead of Kofi Woos, former popular minister. We have a lot of them who are also close to the president. But then again, Mark, they are doing nothing. All of these things that are happening, people are also accusing them that because all are also saying that the president is not in charge. But from this statement, I think the best setting quote that I was saying, and you saying that maybe they plan these statements or they plan these things in not just about gossip, because sometimes people talk, oh, they're leading, not necessarily America and be enjoying. Well, now the president even coming up to also inform you people that indeed, even though we're talking behind the same, but now onward, we will come to you and explain our gossips or our talk behind the same to tell you that, Mark, come back home and develop. But Mark, even if you happen to maybe get the opportunity to come back home, how are you going to even develop if, like, for example, the workforce here, they are practically trying to back us. They are no different between the work class and those people who are not working. So how are you going to develop?
Maybe when we come on this program, we don't do too much politics here. We decide that it's 2025. we will be more about information, getting our people informed, whether the political process, some of the project or initiative we are taking on here, right? That's what we discuss. The same thing we keep making on the show about the idea about the government doing her part and the people doing their part. There is a symbiotic relationship between the government and the people. For me, they got tons of countries that are doing better in Africa now. I can name whether that or Ethiopia or Tanzania and Namibia and Ghana and the Rwanda, the Africa. Africa is growing at almost 7 to 8% economic in terms of their economic growth rate, right? They are doing extremely well in West Africa. Maybe the one country that I had experience in, it was in Ghana. I went Ghana 2021 because my little hustle I already went to transition over there. I think I can do my little thing from where it will be the perfect spot for me to do. I did all my assessment. Had it not been my picking situation, I wouldn't have been in this country. I was out 2021 June. That was the color point for me. I was like, you know what, I'm moving back on the continent. Liberia will be in and out. I'm not going to settle there. It's not because I want to avoid Liberia. But
yeah, go ahead, Mo. I think me too.
And you can remember when we had a conversation about the whole thing that the government can talk about, they're going to look for investor. We said it. You don't look for investor. Investor come looking for you. When you do the work you need to do, the world will get to know. Why you think I keep telling you about Ghana? I said when you go to the airport of Ghana, Kotoka, and just sit there for 1 hour, you will see planes from every country landing, whether it's a Delta or United Continental or British Airways. Every 30 minutes of plane is landing in Ghana. When you see people coming from the plane, you ask them, why are you doing that? They say, oh, we are moving back home. Are you coming for visit? They say, no, we are moving back home. Why do you think they are moving back home? Because they're seeing what the country is doing. They're seeing the progress that has been made. The same thing with investment. You're talking about you go to South Korea or Japan or China, we're going to talk to investor, we get memorandum on it. No. When your country is doing better, investor already got the money. They got people around the world that are looking for opportunity. When you are doing what you need to do, when you revamp the constitution, when you stop this corruption, when you can provide security, when you can provide running waters, when you can build good roads and good hospital, when you got a friendly business climate, people will take money and run to your country with it. You don't have to come and beg them. But like I said, that's one of the reasons I can never support Joseph Vaga. Joseph Vaga is not capable of managing your country, and he thinks he can put the blame on other people. That's exactly what he's doing. He's not ready. He doesn't have a plan for that country. That's why he thinks the failure of Liberia mostly now. I think he thinks the people from the diaspora are supposed to be the one to do the heavy lifting for him. That's exactly what that statement meant. Because I know countries that are doing better, I don't see that president running all what to talk about. We're going to look for investors. No. I've been to Ghana recently. I saw people, American, African American, people from Canada, people from Australia. They are not only moving there to visit, they are moving there permanently with their family. The reason being, it means that Ghana doesn't have some challenges. It just means that Ghana is making a progress that people can transition. You see, that's the idea. Some people just want to transition. They got Liberians in this country that work here 10, 15, 20 years. Some of them got their money. But you look at the country, the basic services are not even there. The business environment, you can't even boast of anything. What makes you think they will want to come to Liberia just because they are liberating and how things work? No, they won't come. Joseph Boaga, if you can form a partnership with the diaspora, if you start doing your share of the work, trust me, Liberians will pack their bag from here and that little $2 or $3 a guy to come and invest in that country. That's how it works. And he's yet to get that simple analogy or that simple logic. Remember, you can remember when you did the soccer analogy? When do you see soccer player put a boost in the best and you're going to look for contract? No. The people who want soccer players are the ones that go around the world. They pay people, go to this country with talent, and then we will take players from there. You don't go looking around for investors. No, you do what you need to do. Investor will bring that money and rush to your country in droves. That's just how the system is. You don't beg them to come. They will come themselves. Some Liberians are tired with their country. They are sick of it. They reach certain age. Some of them, they were blessed. They got money. They are not rich, but they got sufficient money to start a business. But you even get better business climate in the country. You will say work on your tax law, work on your regulatory law, work on your constitution. Yeah. make the climate easier for business people. Yeah.
So, my brother, you are right, 100%. Quickly before we go to the line, Sekou Donso, let me tell you right now, there are some businesses, maybe hopefully Monk, I like Monk. So maybe on Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, we'll talk about the business in Liberia. How some of the businesses are wrong. We have the foreign people They put them account. I don't know what are those what are you out of the country do. All of you who are out of the country, including Richard, Brenda, Richardson, all of you who are out of the country. The Chinese people here, they have this. Oh my, money countries we do. Businesses that's supposed to be for your citizen. That these are kind of things that you give to foreign people. So, like for example, a neighbor want to build us now. I have to go to Chinese man and tell him, say, please, I want to buy sand. Monk, monk. It, it,
Hear you. I'm hearing you. I'm listening to you.
that means something is just wrong somewhere that you will be able to give your local things. These things are your local things that are these things are your resources that foreign people will be controlling. But the foreign people, they control your sand, they control the racks, they control
Yeah.
everything. Even all
Can
the
you
mining
imagine that?
companies as we speak, my brother, they are all controlled by foreign people. But guess what?
That black,
They want you
that
to
black
come
man
back.
go to China and go put shower in their ground to say digging something to be to death.
Okay. But when you put a camera
China.
on, save me a
Yeah,
time.
in China of all places. Crazy.
That's if Muna, you have anything
Mevon,
to say before go to the line?
Mevon,
Yeah.
you know how important transportation and electricity is, right?
Mm.
Every business is run on power. That's why they say that why in America we call it the black gold. Because everything in this country runs on energy. The moment electricity and transportation price goes up, everything in the economy price goes up because those two things are the most critical. They are the lifeblood of the economy. The reason businesses are not profitable because you don't have stable electricity. You're running a little restaurant, you will be buying gas and buying or gasoline for your generator. How long you will keep running your business on generator? You know how much you spend it? You know how much your operation costs just electricity going to take from your business? How much is going to be your profit margin? So electricity, running water, good roads, good hospital, that's what we call essential basic services. Once those things are available, people will come. Not everybody want to move. Like brother need to build skyscrapers. No, we don't need to build underground tunnels. But when we're talking about roads to connect the county, remember, let's assume a guy in America, he got maybe he worked at Microsoft because I know some of my homeboy and we've been working in IT and other things, whether that's engineering or IT and this and that. Say you got like 50 computers and you want to go and help the kids in maybe Sano County to open like a computer lab to teach them basic computer skill. You even got road to go to the southeast. How many librarians elected will want to take that particular opportunity to say, okay, even though I want to train young children and expose them to computer and technology, the basic infrastructure is not even available. So I the ones who will go build a road. I the ones who will run the wire. I the ones who will provide the internet service for the computer lab. Who's supposed to do that? That's why we say when the government make her investment, the people will tap into the investment. All the rich corporations you see in America, whether it's from Goldman Sachs to the Wall Street to the Silicon Valley, all these things were created because the government laid the foundation. The government put the plan in place, and the businesses and the individual come and tap into it. That's how you can collaborate with your people to build a country. But this president believes that people should leave their work, their family, and just come to Labrador because they are the one responsible for
No,
reaching
but
the
man, you're
Labrador.
not enjoy too much to me, Mark. But anyway, that go to Muna quickly. You have something to say because you mentioned
Let us go to the phone lines.
all
Let
of you,
listen to
you will come
the
also
callers.
get enjoy. Yeah, go ahead, Muna.
Let's go to the phone lines and listen to the callers. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Let's go to the phone line and interact with our people. Yeah, the enjoyment too many people, so the people will come back home. So this first caller, who you link? Yeah, man, there go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Okay, go ahead, Chief. Sorry, trying to set up. Yeah, go ahead.
Information and also the information is out of video, who is more, and make a key point concerning the issue. You also are discussing about the money that America always gives. We always say that America can give money and send people behind to come and get it out. And that more make everything clear to us that this money can be, the lobby can take place in America before it can be sent. And then what it means that America will go and give money for coronavirus. for them to print on sheets for people to go do awareness. And we did not see anything determining that. People get rearrested. We did not see they are on some. So that's why the money went to.
Well, I don't know. A big question.
Our president, who is our father, who's also make or key decision for even a child who lost on a home to go up there and go check after that child. And then they put the child up for in another home. And he had to say anything that will have to please the people. Then in there, in trade to them. You know how many impact the people in America making?
Yeah, but
there are people there selling almost 25 people here crying on a family in America. Then they are selling them by, you know how many step I will give our economy? They will get great step back from where we're working here. And there are people that are out there that are helping people here.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. 0770-203125. That's the number to call again. 0770-203125. And you'll be live on Truth FM on the SKTV show this evening. Yes, indeed. I guess some of you have been following. If not, we are discussing the president's message or statement against or on our people in a diaspora that in fact they should come back home. They shouldn't, in fact, yeah, all the enjoyment they're doing on our Saturday. Then I come out to and see some of the LECT will go through. No, those country interesting. No, love. Please always make me to be yes indeed. So yes indeed. So to our people out there, to our chief of staff, please don't forget that Sergeant Jefferson Bo is seriously sick and he need your help. And we're calling on you people to please helping out. So please, to the government and people of Liberia, yes indeed. I will talk a little bit about that before close. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Gabriel T. Myers Jr. I am on vacation from the United States, but I was just listening to your program, and your program seems to be very interesting.
Wonderful. Welcome to Liberia, and thank you so much for following this program. This is the SKTV show, and I guess some of you follow also from the U.S.
Yes, I've been out here for like 3 decades, and I'm just coming back. I listened to what the president said. And it's very saddening to come back home and see the country the way it is. First of all, there are a couple of things I think one of your hosts was saying that are very important. If you want us to come home, then you have to have the basic necessities that we can sustain ourselves here. You got no current trade. I mean, you no accurate electricity. You got no good running water. And then the worst part of this, to come to Liberia, the country is completely filthy and sterile. I mean, common sickness like malaria, the Western war that are now prevalent, killing people here. In order for me to come back home outside the United States, you have to put into place the infrastructure that is going to allow me to invest into the country. I came home and I started to build my house. So the first thing I started to do, I went to buy sand. I'm buying sand from Chinese. I'm buying torch rock. I mean, the whole economy is being ran by foreigners. Even though we put in responsibility on the government, I think that there needs to be a paradigm shift in the mentality of the Liberian people. Because these are the same individuals when we are in the United States, our family beg us for money, but when it comes election time, to me, it's like a recycle. You put people into offices, you electing people who do not have the country at heart. How do you expect us to come in this place and invest here when the opportunity is not given to us? So, I mean, I'm just saying this to say, if the government invests in electricity, if the government invests in roads, if the government invests in the hospital and the educational system, you know, we as private citizens can tap the government.
The president is also saying that you people should come and develop your country. If you don't want to come, according to him,
how are we going to come to develop the country?
That's the $1 million question now.
Internet access. We don't have even accurate internet access to do our business on the outside world. So I'm saying that the government needs to focus on education, corruption, security, and healthcare. Then you allow people to come in the country to invest into the country when these infrastructures are in place. But for me to come and say I need to come and build road, no private citizen build road. The government needs to invest into these infrastructure. Then investors going to be attracted into the country.
All right.
Security in the country, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give other people the opportunity to also thank you because you, I know you just joining us for the first time, so we gave you almost 3 minutes for you to make your point. But again, 0770. You say, Muna?
As well. I know take calls as well.
Okay, yes, indeed, Muna. Don't worry, I will join you to take few calls from the end. Yeah, so people 0770203125. Let me see. I have some WhatsApp. Some of you were also calling me on the WhatsApp. Keep the calls coming. Gonna take your calls on the WhatsApp number. But again, Muna, if you get call, just let me know if you get call. Then
yeah, I get call. Yeah, I get call.
Okay, go ahead, Muna.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Is that SKD TV show?
SKTV, yeah.
Yeah, this is when we are do call from Grand Bash.
Welcome, let's hear you.
Yeah, they monitor you and you are commenting on Grand Jira concerning the clinic or hospital where there were no water.
Yeah.
My sister is happening all over, not even Grand Jira. We're all in Grand Bash. We have a clinic even here. But some of these things, when you talk it, the people haunt you and take your job away from you. That is one of the problems. We have a clinic here that has no water at all at compound. No water, no security, no cleaner. The facility is just there. And I believe that clinic has a budget. But the budget, you don't even hear it from our leader. It's very, very frustrating. So we're doing this course so that the Ministry of Health can hear these things and get to those facilities the money that they send there. Let them know the income of those money. The health problem here, we are suffering. And it's deplorable. All of the doors are lacking. All of the areas where they want to place the theater, you see the area is damaged, all of those doors. So we are calling upon you people so that you can flag it and we ourselves flagging it so that the people can come to our aid. We are suffering.
Definitely.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much for calling. Neighbor, go ahead.
Wonderful, thank you. So we are also getting a report that the Ministry of Internal Affairs, there are some renovations that have been made according to information allegedly that 460,000 have been spent just for the renovation of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We are still investigating, and hopefully, month before day or maybe before your end, then we will give you all of the information about that. Also, right here in Liberia. Let me move to the WhatsApp and talk to my brother Jack. Long time though, brother. What's up, Chief? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone, and good evening to my sister Muna and Monk. So I've been following the show, so I appreciate Monk for his analysis, especially when it comes to the 17 billion thing. I think it's about time if we Liberians we got some, tax expert and some other policy advisory expert probably run out to them. I think they shouldn't hear our progress. But coming to the president's speech he made, I think most time
when you come in, my young man, when you come in. Go ahead, I just kidding, my brother. Go ahead.
I don't feel inspired to listen to him because most time President Biden bounce the podium, he stands so more inspiring. Imagine if Nigerians are contributing closely to what we aim at for our national budget, and you try to make mockery out of people who are going to be people there very soon. Mind you, myself, when I came to this country, when I never had people, well, I used to give money to people. They used to send for me. So people say, "Oh, you only doing it for people don't have people." So maybe they take what they're talking about. They are not part of it. No, some people here they don't have somebody to come on ground where they give that money to people to send. So these people are inclusive. Well, to closer levels, things are getting hard. I'm not seeing like we're being self-sufficient in anything, in any of the sector. I'm not seeing like we're being self-sufficient. And we citizens, we need to stand up because if we don't stand up, then safely I can say to put Liberia in the context, I think Liberia is like a university, and the course they teach in that university is called hard time. And I tell you why. As things get hard and the year goes on, the next 5 years, if any Liberian manage to, successfully to be alive and survive, don't joke like that. If badly awarded a certificate of survival. Everything is still getting hard. So if you manage to complete President Bada says they will come to that studio and give you certificate.
Thank you, my young man. Thank you so much. So you're gonna be talking about Deacon Shame. I mean, young man, see you, but you're not ready. So my brother Ben, I don't know what Ben is there. Thank you so much, my brother. Ben was calling. Yes, indeed. WhatsApp number. Also, Blink. I want to give the people a little opportunity. Some of you back when you call, I have more every day. Ben, my brother, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm okay. I just waiting for you now to report, or in fact to the airport.
Oh man, I'll be coming. But thanks for having me. You know, look, President Bada, why he's not providing much job in the country? The few jobs that are there, he's trying to take them away again. Angel Gabriel is a comedian, but I think his job now is on a serious attack because Joseph Bada now is trying to be the best comedian now, so he's trying to take Angel Gabriel all the job he has. So we have to be very careful. Now, let me tell you something that Monk said, where I did disagree with Monk with the issue of Elon Musk. The Monk know that it's not the thing that Elon Musk put out, that doesn't make it true. These things will have to go to court. It's just like Donald Trump coming up and putting up 200 of these nonsense that are not resulting to anything. When you can say you're going to investigate people, they start throwing all of the information out there to the public. Can somebody just come and then malign your character without going to the court? No. So what they are doing, they are only following Donald Trump steps. Just put anything out there, whatever sticks, makes sense. No. And again, with regards to the American president, the people, it's true. We all know Obama he's the one that sent more people. However, there are dignity in doing things. Somebody can die. When you hear people say, let this person die with dignity, that doesn't mean that the person is not going to die, but the way in which you do it. Yes, Obama did send people, but the disrespect, the inhuman way the man is doing it, that's what is making people concerned. So yes, he's not the only one. So thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, and keep a call coming. I don't know what Mona, you have any call on the line. If not, then let me move back here to take more calls and cross over to you people later. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I call maybe.
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
But before I go to your topic, what I want for you to take that national housing authority, there's a massive corruption going on there.
Really?
National housing authority.
So call me after the show. Call me on the same number that you're calling on, and so we can talk. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Housing corruption. Can all try to break the issue there, or eat them people talk, other people feed out that heart in the talk. The two head, but you put to talk the two. But the feeding is very, very wrong. You got to pull it. You got to pull it down. That's one country way, what is he doing?
All right. Thank you so much. Even though your line coming a little bit terrible. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother. Go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, this is the
Hello.
Jim James from Skv-Lib resident. You see, Libon, the reason sometimes we speak the way we speak to the president, and somebody will feel insulted. They feel that we're insulting the president. But if the president is not conducting himself well, do we not have the right to speak to him? This thing that is happening to our brothers and sisters who are about to be deported to this country, with the kind of economic hardship the country is faced with no job. Even though the president lied and said he had created 10,000 jobs in information technology, which we cannot see, and we got our brothers and sisters coming here who have been making remittances in the country that amounted to over $800 million plus. And Baka is now making fun and mockery out of these people. I don't think Mr. Baka is up to the task. Mr. Baka should use a diplomatic skill. He should be diplomatic in this life. Because what is happening now, we need president and president relationship. We need Mr. Baka to be speaking in a diplomatic tone to Mr. Trump and having him informed as well unfolding in Liberia. Because America being our traditional ally, we cannot sit here when these things are happening and we can't do anything about it. I can remember the Trump did not just start the thing. When the Trump started the thing doing it front there, and Mr. President, we were instrumental in talking to Mr. Trump in making sure that what he wanted to do, he gave time frame to some of our brothers and sisters who were there. For those of them who were able to work on things, they work it out, and today nobody homeworking there.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know, Muna, you have any call on the line there? If not, then
No,
let me continue.
The color drop.
Okay, all right. Just take one or two more calls and cross over to you and that of Monk. So this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
I'm brother, great. Every day you wake up, another news from news to news. But we're okay. Thank God for life.
Yeah, we're watching you know from Lower Makini.
Good. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we are seeing all these things that we are discussing about. That was just today the president stated this war towards those in America. That was just the same thing that we used to tell them during the period of the campaign. Some people were sitting in America, it's the America for the president, oh, don't be no support to us. But saying it to the family and up to today, is the result. So we don't have anything to say, we are looking up to them.
You man, just in your country. So let's call good evening. Look, hello? Hello?
Hello, Mabel.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. Mabel, once again, this is our David family. I joined a discussion from Omega Market, the legacy of former president. Mabel, in this country, you are one out of people in this country who always using the word diplomatic relationship. Mabel, those are who are the former people. At what time do we see the positive impact of this diplomatic relationship? At what time? So there's no diplomat into the foreign government or in this government, in this country, or out of this country, so like you to go and advocate on behalf of our people. And they come to say, they don't know that our people being there is more helpful to others, even when they send them back here. So no diplomat. Every day they say, like, that diplomatic relationship, you don't want to get contact. You get contact, do not know him. Then when you get that, they will do they want for Nigeria. And what time we will see the diplomatic relationship impact?
Okay, that way someone will so come. So let me go to Seku Donso quickly, then we'll cross over to Mark and Alamuna. Yeah, my brother, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Up 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm calling to support the caller that we were speaking with first, about the president said the liberation for a country. Yeah, he said the truth. But you want to do something, you want to celebrate the good country. Get the cost of the cross ride cheaper, the same cheaper. And also look at the community of Liberia. Everybody pay their horses on the alley of the community. That would not want to pay. I'm going to pay my taxes in the community. I can't get no car when I go to my house. What it says I'm going to pay this house. Go for Liberia, they straight split the community into the road, poor access to the road to go to the community. But I Liberia go out with like a person. When the snow comes, we're working under the snow. If the coal comes, working under the coal. The heat comes, working under it. Don't say, who will say, oh, yeah, I will stay home because the government, nobody will give me money to stay home. No, I can't go work. If I don't work, I can pay. Just last month, the electric bill came out to $500. If I don't pay for it, it will take it. But we go that ready. You get at least somebody that's stealing it. You pay for it, other people stealing it.
Okay.
They have the country developed. How we can't pay the country? I can't go and lay for the mosquito. You never used to the mosquito. Excuse me for the language.
No, I used to that thing. That one, but that's something you can say. Go ahead, my brother. You're right. Don't mind, though. Go ahead.
So you want the Liberia in the diaspora to go and pay the country, it's good. But give all the assets, the prosper, the same, cheaper. They're not making a lot of money out of it in our country.
Well,
one plane of prosper.
see?
Look at Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, the
All right. Thank you so much, my dear brother. We're already out of time. I think on tomorrow, if Monk, we got no Monk and always bring out so many topics. Maybe we will look at the entire local
Yeah,
businesses
sure.
that you
That'll
people are
because
into. Yeah, so, yeah. So Monk and that of Muna, back to
yeah,
you people.
let me just
Anything?
close up. Let me just close up because the news is coming 8 o'clock. So let me just close up and get you guys tomorrow. The chorus they spoke well. You see, it is a clear indication that the president is saying that we made a mistake by electing him, and those that supported him year to be on where he is today. It's a mistake. Why are you trying to say mistake you have made? Now we shouldn't make that mistake 2029. Now if we're sleeping, we should wake up from our slumber. We should wake up. We should wake up. It's a time to stand up for the right thing to be done. So they be out there. We get the point. I get the point. They be out getting many support. Supporting well today is there. We have rescue slogan. Today is there so that they pay back their soul. That they pay for putting him there. That's why he gave him your soul. So it's just a clear indication that the mistake would be by electing him. We shouldn't make that mistake again. Let me say many thanks to all of you for being there. I do join you guys tomorrow, same time, same station for the SKTV show. Until then, bye bye. Muna
Thank you
Lagui,
so
I'm
much,
out. Yeah.
Muna, for all of the time. And Monk, we gotta go home. My brother, we have 5 more minutes to go. I know that they're following Liberians, their own reactions on the topic on today.
Well, we heard from our people and we know where to stand on the issue. I think Muna said it right. For me, I was now a fan of Joseph Boakai. I tell people, you can elect your political leader, you can elect your political party. This fundamental problem that Liberia is faced with is leadership problem, how to transform that country. And they are mostly economical. You need a business kind of a mindset leader. You need somebody who understands the international dynamics of politics, how or geopolitics affect smaller countries, whether it's from the IMF, whether it's from the World Bank, World Health Organization, trade and commerce. These are the things that will transform Liberia. Visionary leader with clear picture as to where they want to take the country, how to create jobs, how to bring investment in the country. That's what we should be looking for. You can put Joseph Boakai back in power 1,000 times. Joseph Boakai doesn't have the acumen to turn a country around economically. That's why I said from the beginning, before where the election, I said it, it's not possible. You are only wasting your own time. You know, there's a Japanese proverb that says, when you get on the wrong bus and you are going in the wrong direction, your very first thing you should do is to get down to the nearest station. Because the longer you stay on that bus, the more expensive your return ticket will be. Every time Liberia goes to an election and we pick the wrong leader, our return ticket to come back, it will be getting expensive by the minute. And that's exactly what happening. It was a mistake. Joseph Boakai got nothing to lose. He got nothing to pay for. He's not going to be on the ballot, I think, 6 years from now. So we are not going to hold him responsible for his statement, for whether it was a reckless comment, if you want to consider it in that direction. But the fact here is we need to do something to change Liberia. Can you imagine a country that is 177 years old, begging Africa for corn? The president had to travel to the Cote d'Ivoire to go and negotiate to be payment plan because he can't even pay his current bill. And he wants people in the diaspora to be the one to come and do his work. So, well, you know, the elections are over. We can't really get election. It's just comical. One thing I would say, Joseph Boakai, President Boakai, if you want the people in the diaspora to be actively engaged into the day-to-day activity of Liberia, do your part and just forget the rest. You don't even have to make the announcement. The Liberians overseas will see your work. They will know the progress that the country is making, and you won't have to call them. They will start packing the bag by themselves to come and do what they can do in their country. Nowhere in the world they call people to come back. The government, they hop part, they make the investment, they lay the groundwork, they pay into the future, and people came and tap into the government investment. That's how it works. When you build the road, you build the school, you build the hospital, you allocate the budget to what public services. People will pack their bag from the US and come and do their one or two things they can do for their country to help so we can all help push the country in the right direction. This idea that you want to demonize people, that you're trying to make mockery of people that have been deported, is just not presidential at all, and it's way below the pay.
Wonderful. Yeah, my brother, wonderful. Thank you so much. We are already out of time, and you knew everything, you and Muna, and that of our callers. Let me say many thanks to all of our callers and those of you who also follow us on the internet. Monk, I don't know, but there's this call about the local business or businesses that our people do that have been taken away from them. I don't know whether maybe for now to Wednesday, you know, I have to put it back to you and see as to whether maybe we can look also in that direction and see as to maybe what our people have to say about the local business or businesses, maybe on tomorrow or maybe Wednesday.
You mean local? You mean like when you mean local businesses, like in what sense are you talking about? Like labyrinth, petty traders,
and what everything you think about the Chinese people doing it. Nothing here, my brother, that the Chinese people not doing.
But we keep talking about China. Why you think we can be talking about China? China, let me tell you something, Mabel. In order, the Chinese came to the realization that they have to export a huge portion of their population to improve the life of the people in China. China is 1.4 to 1.5 billion people. No matter how the economy grows, they will not be up to the standard of Europe and America until they can export certain portion of the population. That's why they get a one-child policy in China. You can just born multiple children in China and they change their policy because and who you think going to receive those Chinese? Poorer countries. So they coming over there. I have nothing against the Chinese. They are making investment around the world. That's why China now is building military bases. They're striking deals with African countries because they have to protect them people themselves. So if our people can get job and the Chinese are doing a local job, then it just tells you that it's a bad thing for the economy as well. Because it means you are competing with the Chinese now in your own country for the thing that Liberians should be doing.
Yes. So indeed, so just terrible for us as a country and our people are keep crying or they are crying that indeed they are being left out of their own opportunities for them to their local businesses that by what they're supposed to be doing. But again, so Mo, thank you so much. No time, and let me say good night to you. Yeah, good night to you and good night to all of the team. Thanks to Mr. Kane.
Thanks to our people.
Will be joining us next week. And the rest of you, thank you so much. So good night, folks. Good night from our end.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. The welcome and life with African.
I
Master.
Clay Paris, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamu. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do boy ya to money, and I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do boy ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving the real and the premise my best. To work with my life with Africa. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa.